Good morning, friends. I hope you had fun playing our djembes last week. Maybe you used some numbers and you and your families came up with some patterns in the middle of the drum and on the edge of the drum. When I talk to you next, I really look forward to seeing what kind of patterns you came up with. Since we have our djembes at home, I thought it would be really cool to use the momentum and all the knowledge that we learned last week to try a song on our djembes. We only need two patterns to be able to play along with the song. We'll call the first one pattern A and the second one pattern B. Another word that we commonly use in music is the word groove. So if I call it groove A and groove B, that's the same as saying pattern A and pattern B. Let's get started on pattern A. I'm going to start with my right hand in the middle of the drum and my left hand on the edge or the crust of the drum. We'll use our quarter notes and our eighth notes, and we'll use our ways of counting both of them in order to play our pattern. It will sound like this: 1, 2, 3, and 4. When I say 1, I'll play in the middle of my drum. 2 will be on the edge of my drum. 3 and will be in the middle. And 4 will be on the edge. It will sound like this: 1, 2, 3, and 4. 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 Hopefully you were able to play along with me at that nice slow speed, but if you need a little bit more time to play along, feel free to pause the video, rewind, and try it again. Now, let's go a little bit faster. 1, 2, 3, and 4. 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 Once again, if you need a little bit more time to practice, feel free to pause and try again. But if those speedy hands are ready to go even faster, let's try it. Before we start, remember, the faster we go, the more important it is to keep our hands closer to the drum. They will be much speedier if we stay close to the drum compared to if we're moving very far away from the drum. My hands are nice and close. I'll start us with a 1, 2, ready, go. 1, 2, ready, go! Let's go a little bit faster. 1, 2, 1, 2, ready, go! 1, 2, 3, and 4. 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 1. Wow! My hands are already feeling the speed, but thankfully, I'll wiggle my fingers. They're ready to go even faster. Now, when I go even faster, it becomes more and more important that I keep my hands closer and closer to the drum. Okay, we're going to try one more speed boost so that we can be ready to play at the full speed of the song. Now, this will be fast. Don't be afraid to pause and practice. And if it's a little bit tricky, you can take a break and come back to it a few minutes later or even later in the day. 1, 2, ready, go! 1, 2, 3, and 4. 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 Let's give those hands a rest while we talk about our next beat. Our next beat will be called pattern B or groove B, whichever you'd like to use. Groove B will be very, very similar to groove A. There's just one difference. The very last note will come a little bit later because we're going to add a little baby rest into our groove. It sounds like this nice and slowly. 1, 2, 3, and 4, and. Did you catch that that last one was a little bit later? Let's look at it again. 1, 2, ready, go. 1, 2, 3, and rest, and. Feel free again to pause and try it. You could watch it, you could try it on your own, and once you feel confident that you have it, let's look at what it would sound like if I played it several times in a row without stopping. 1, 2, ready, go. 1, 2, 3, and 4, and 1, 2, 3, and 4, and 1, 2, 3, and 4, and 1, 2, 3, and 4, and. I really like that beat. I like the fact that that last note kind of sounds like a little surprise and it makes me pay attention. I hope you find it to be a cool beat as well. Let's try it a little bit faster together. 1, 2, ready, go. 1, 2, 3, and 4, and 1, 2, 3, and 4, and 1, 2, 3, and 4, and 1, 2, 3, and 4. If you need a little bit of time to practice, once again, pause, try it, nice and slowly, a little bit faster and a little bit faster. And when you're ready, let's try it together even faster. Once again, I'll keep my hands very close to the drum so that I'm not working any harder than I need to. Here we go. 1, 2, ready, go. 1, 2, 3, and 4, and 1, 2, 3, and 4. And if you're ready, we have one more speed boost so that we can be ready to play it at the full speed of the song. Here we go. 1, 2, ready, go. Now we know pattern A and pattern B. Let's put them together, 4 times of pattern A, followed by 4 times of pattern B, and we will go back and forth between them. It may be a little tricky at first. Your drumming brain has to make sure it knows the difference between pattern A and pattern B. If it's tricky the first few times, of course, that's no problem. We can take as many tries as we need. I'll try to keep track with one hand for you how many times we've played pattern A before it's time to switch to the next one. I will also count it out loud. Here we go. 1, 2, pattern A, go. 1, 2, 3, and 4. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Measure 3, 2, 3, and 4. Measure 4, 2. Now we switch. Pattern B. 2, 3, and 1, 2, 3, and 1, 2, 3, and 1, 2. Now we switch back. 1, 2, 3, and 4. 1, 2, 3, and 4. 1, 2, 3. One more time. 1, 2. Here we go. Pattern B. Wow, that was pretty fun, but I had to make sure to stay very, very focused on when I switched from pattern A to pattern B. That last note was a little tricky for me. If it was tricky for you as well, you can pause the video and you can go back and review pattern A on its own or pattern B on its own and then try to put them together again. Now, if you're still with me and you're ready to go even faster, let's try 4 more pattern A's, followed by 4 more pattern B's, 4 pattern A's, and 4 pattern B's. A little bit faster, and of course, keeping my hands close to the drum. Here we go. 1, 2, ready, go. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Measure 2. Measure 3. Measure 4. Now we switch. 1, 2, 3, and 1, 2, 3, and 1, 2, 3, and 1, 2. Now we switch back. 1, 2, 3, and 4. 1, 2, 3, and 4. 1, 2, 3, and 4. 1, 2. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, and 1, 2, 3, and 1, 2, 3, and 1, 2, 3, and 1. Wow! Even though those patterns are so similar, it is very tricky for me to make sure I'm counting all 4 and I know exactly when to switch. It's a wonderfully beautiful challenge and I hope you enjoy it. If you need to review, please go back and do. Otherwise, let's go and see what this sounds like with our song. One of the reasons that I picked this song for today is because it ties in wonderfully with our continent of the month. Our continent for this month is North America, and one of the best cities for music in North America is New Orleans, Louisiana. One of my personal favorite bands from New Orleans is a band called Galactic. So we are going to play a song from the band Galactic, and the song is called Black Eyed Pea. We'll start with pattern A. 1, 2, ready, go! I'm going to switch to pattern B. 1, 2, ready, go! Pattern A. 1, 2, 3, and 4. 1, 2, 3, and 4. 1, 2, 3, and 4. hope you had fun playing along with me there. Sometimes I forget how fun that song is to play. Now, pattern A and pattern B, they go really beautifully back and forth between one another. If you'd like to do the whole song using only pattern A, or if you like pattern B a lot and you want to try the whole song using only pattern B, I encourage you to be creative and try it. Could you even come up with your own pattern and send us a video for you playing along with your own pattern on the song? Maybe so. I hope you enjoyed playing our djembe along with our song from Galactic today, and I will see you again next week.